But here we go. We're going to find out as we go to 5 red lights for the Division 2 Bahrain Grand Prix for the final time. Lights out and away we go. And I think MATTIAMANGA did get a pretty good start there, but Alfonso Alonso already trying to challenge that, and he is going to try and go down the inside of the Red Bull and already gets up into P1. And I think Skiz there is going to try and go around the inside of the Red Bull, but the other Red Bull of Jojo manages to claim P3 there, and the two Red Bulls might scrap going into turn 4 right now. But I think they are just in a whole pursuit, as I think MATTIAMANGA was going to try and dive down the inside of the Mercedes once again going into turn 4, but can't get that. And I think Skiz and Cintium had a little bit of pressure going on there, as we see too wide there, I think, was nearly Casper and Kitchen Sink. But up at the front there, the two Red Bulls, or Skiz jumping down the inside of one of the Red Bulls, going into turn 8 and out into turn 9 and 10. And Jojo holds on to position quite nicely there. In the background there, I believe we were going to see White Josh go for the move there. But at the moment, the positions stay the same. But Millard overtaking Ronan down the inside going into turn 11. But I think Millard just holding it around the inside is just going to be able to hold on to P6. But I'll tell you what, Ronan has done a good job there to actually get in front, going around the outside there. Obviously, Alfonso Alonso getting the fastest lap at the moment. I think there's going to be a move there at the back for White Josh, who is going to look to go down the inside. Oh, he's locked the rears there, and has sent his rear spinning down to potentially P13 when Adam Spalding gets through. And I believe the Mercedes and the Red Bull were battling there going into turn 3. There is your predicted race strategies. I think Skiz is going to try and dive down the inside there. Actually, Cintium has a look down the inside of Skiz, but isn't able to. But now Ronan is going to try his look down the inside, going into turns 9 and 10. And he hasn't backed out of that one. He is still going to hold it. But I think Cintium just holds that around the outside and continues in P6 for the Haas. Or P5, sorry. As we might see a move for the lead here as MATTIAMANGA goes down the inside of the Mercedes, as the Mercedes has actually been swallowed by a further 2 cars as they go 3 wide into turn 1 there. And Skiz has dropped down massively from that, and Alfonso Alonso is going to try and retake that, but the two Red Bulls take a 1-2 lead here in Bahrain as Skiz retries it down the inside of the Mercedes, and I think he has got that. And Cintium might even try his look on the Mercedes, and he is going to go down the inside into turn 6 and into turn 7, and I think Cintium just gets that as Alfonso Alonso gets a bit of a snap there on the rear end and has to give up that position as Kitchen Sink was about to go down the inside of Millard, I do believe. And now Ronan goes around the outside of Alfonso Alonso, and it's now Ronan into P5. The Mercedes is starting to drop back a little bit now. I think Casper as well there in the background was looking to make a move, but now White Josh and Adam about to go side by side into turn 11. The RB down the inside into turn 11, pushes off the Alpine. Little bit as they both crash into the wall. White Josh is definitely off the circuit, and so is Adam. I think they were just able to avoid contact with the wall, but that has been a massive incident with those two as they've dropped out of DRS off side effects. But onto this DRS straight once again for round 4. What can they do as Jojo is going to look to go around the inside of... Actually, no, that's MATTIAMANGA, and Skiz as well goes around the outside of MATTIAMANGA, and the RB of Adam has unfortunately retired in the pits. But Skiz has been able to get the move on Jojo, but Jojo is still going to try and fight this, going down the inside, going into turn 4, and he has got a wheel there. He is ahead of him momentarily, but a bit of contact there as they go onto the exit, and Jojo has to stay behind in P3, and I think there's been a spin there at the back. Involving White Josh, unfortunately. So he had one incident before, and he has a second one, and I imagine if he might just call it quits, as Ronan now goes down the inside of Cintium, and Ronan out of absolutely nowhere heard him struggling before the race, now finds himself in P4. Could he replicate what we saw Avi do yesterday? Here we go now though onto the straights, and you can already see the Ferrari and the Haas already trying to go ready defensive, and Skiz goes down the inside of MATTIAMANGA into turn 1 and gets the move done pretty nicely. as Cincium tries to go around the outside of the Ferrari. Gets it done, but he has a bit of a snap on the rear there, and that might allow Ronan to try and go down the inside once again as MATTIAMANGA goes down the inside of Skiz once again, going into turn 4, and that is Skiz and Jojo tapping the back of each other, and they spin down to the back of the grid, and MATTIAMANGA will hold the lead. That wasn't MATTIAMANGA's fault, that was in fact Jojo's fault there, and Ronan gets up into the podium positions, although he was passed by Cincium. Now going on to lap 7, what is going to change in this lineup. I think Cincium might try and look for it on the Red Bull finally and fully as well, as Cincium dives down the inside, gets the move, and I think Ronan might actually try and follow them through. Is Ronan close enough? No, he isn't. And Kitchen Sink actually goes into the pits onto a set of hard tyres, so a lap earlier than I would expect to see some soft tyre runners heading into the pits, but he thinks it's, he thinks it is time, as the Mercedes and the Aston Martin go side by side through turn 6 and into turn 7. And Adam Spalding holds on to P7 there, 17 seconds behind though, but is the undercut going to be powerful enough for Kitchen Sink? Will we see anyone else respond to the pits? No one in the top section, but I think that's Casper there, diving to the inside. And MATTIAMANGA now diving to the inside of MATTIAMANGA as he gets the move into P1. So MATTIAMANGA now retakes the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix. Ronan still having to stay in P3, and I think there's 4 drivers there heading into the pits of Side Effects, Casper, Masterlinks and Skiz, and we'll have to see where they come out compared to Kitchen Sink, because Kitchen Sink is coming around the final couple of corners right now onto the main straight. And now where are the 4 in front? And I think Casper is going to be safe, and I think Side Effects as well, but I'm not too sure about the other drivers. But no, Kitchen Sink actually just gets out in front of Side Effects there. We're going on to the straight, and we do see Cincium and Ronan and Alfonso Alonso into the pits. Miller into the pits as well, so is Adam Spalding. But Hayes and Jojo stay out. Can Jojo maybe look for the move on the Mercedes? No, he can't. So 5 more drivers heading into the pits, but those 5 in front have got out in front of Casper. But down the inside there is Adam Spalding on Side Effects, but has to back out going into the corner. And Skiz down in P14, he's not really having a good day in the office for the McLaren team, but he's going to try to go down the inside of Masterlinks, and he is going to send it, brakes latest, but Adam Spalding with the Masterlinks, around the outside, has the better traction, but Skiz is still going to try and fight this, but then backs out going into turn 5, and Jojo gets the move on Hayes going into turn 11. I believe MATTIAMANGA might come in at the end of this lap as well, but we'll have to see where Cincium is going to be, and I think he has passed all 3 drivers who are in the pits, so it is going to be a question of where are these drivers going to come out as they exit the pits. Jojo in P7, Hayes P8, Casper obviously has already pitted, currently currently chasing down Hayes, and Kitchen Sink behind them, and White Josh in P14. Jojo's come out on mediums as he is looking to make the move on Adam Spalding, but I think he's made it clear that he is doing a 2-stop in this race, because he does still have to pit again. He started on mediums, his second stint is on mediums, and I do wonder if that was maybe a strategy error for the Red Bull driver, as MATTIAMANGA now comes into the pits and does indeed go onto the hard tyres, so maybe that was a setup error for Jojo. Let's see where Cincium though is going to come out as he goes off the track there, going in, on the exit of turn 14, so might have picked up a warning, and Ronan is really closing down on that Haas driver as well, as Ronan is going to look to go down the inside and gets the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix, and MATTIAMANGA comes out in P3. Ronan takes the lead. That'll be very interesting to see if he can hold it. Is Millard in P4, and I think there's been a spinner there at the back, and I believe that has actually been Jojo who has spun on the mediums. But obviously he does still have to pit again. Skiz into P12, might even be P11 after he goes down the inside of Jojo. No, he actually has to stay in P12. So I think Ronan might be able to hold the lead for this time around as Jojo gets past Side Effects, obviously on the medium tyres. And I believe Skiz as well goes down the inside of Side Effects as well. Can he hold it though? Yes, he does on the exit. As Cincium pulls to the inside, gets past Ronan, and so does MATTIAMANGA. So those three might be swapping quite a bit. As Hayes goes down the inside of Casper, and I think Jojo goes down the inside of Kitchen Sink as well. Skiz as well trying to make a move, but goes deep, and Side Effects tries to make a move but can't. But if this top three can try and keep Millard at bay, then it will be any one of these top three that are going to take the win here today. Millard 1.1 seconds behind, so Valtteri Bottas or Alfonso Alonso has the benefit at the moment as MATTIAMANGA goes down the inside of Cintium, gets the move, but Ronan not able to make the move. Jojo is going to be past, or Jojo is going past Hayes as well in the background there. Skiz there goes down the inside of Kitchen Sink round the inside. But have a look at Side Effects. He's going to try and go down the inside of Skiz. But I think Skiz might be able to hold that around the outside, and you can just see how much better straight line speed Skiz has. And he gets the lead, and Master Lynx as well goes around the outside of Side Effects as well. And Master Lynx now improves into P12. MATTIAMANGA said in the fastest lap of the race so far though. I don't know if you think anything really is going to be made in that top three, but Alfonso Alonso is going to go to the inside. And it gets past Millard. Skiz as well goes down the inside of Kitchen Sink, and I think something has actually happened to Casper as he's down in P13. But look at Kitchen Sink trying the switchback on the McLaren. Can he get it done? Not quite, but he is going to have the DRS, and White Josh has retired in the pits. Can Kitchen Sink get it going into turn 4? No, he doesn't. He stays behind at the moment. Oh, as the Master Lynx gets a little bit too close, gets a massive snap, but Side Effects isn't close enough to try and challenge a move. More importantly, Alfonso Alonso is 2.4 seconds behind this battle, so these top three can pull away slightly. As Cintium goes down the inside and gets the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix once again, and I think Ronan obviously isn't able to make the move as he is too far back. Millard goes down the inside of Alfonso Alonso to get back up into P4 of the race. And Kitchen Sink as well goes down the inside of Skiz as well. And I believe Side Effects and Master Lynx having a bit of a swapsy there as well. But Master Lynx down the inside. But I think he made a bit of contact. And I think Side Effects might be able to stay there as Kitchen Sink and Skiz once again going side by side. Skiz gets the upper hand and he gets in front. But look at Side Effects. He's going to try and go down the inside and try and even make a move on Kitchen Sink as well. But down the inside of turn 6. He just has to back out of that one. MATTIAMANGA looks down the inside once again to take the lead of the Bahrain Grand Prix here on lap 17. And in the background, I think Millard might be able to make the move on Alfonso Alonso. But no, he doesn't. He actually elects to stay behind. But I think Kitchen Sink is going to look down the inside of Skiz. And into P9 he goes. And Casper in P3. Wait, has Casper got a... Casper's got a missing end plate. Something definitely must have happened to Casper. I think he might have spun on the exit of the final corner. I'm not too sure though. But yeah, he is massively dropped out. And yeah, he needs to really think about pitting to try and fix that wing. But that is going to be a really tough day in the office for Ferrari. No moves in the top 3, but Alfonso Alonso getting down the inside of Millard. Millard actually trying to hold it, but I think Adam Spalding is going to try to go down the inside of Millard, but just isn't able to get the move. And I think there will be another move for the lead here, as it will be Cintium. That goes down the inside of MATTIAMANGA. When is he going to do it, though? When is he going to do it? No! Stays behind. That is an interesting strategy. But Millard there getting past Adam Spalding and Alfonso Alonso. But Adam Spalding trying to go down the inside of the Mercedes. And around the outside of turn 2 he goes. We'll have the inside for turn 3 and has the DRS obviously. Can he get it though? Going into turn 4? Yes, he does. And down to the back there, that is Jojo and Hayes going side by side. And I think Jojo has just been able to stay in P7 there. So we will keep spectating the battle for P4, as I think Adam Spalding might be able to get up into P4. Even Alfonso Alonso as well. But yeah, no moves being made in the top 3, but Adam Spalding does indeed get down the inside. And look at Alfonso Alonso down the inside of both of them. And it's going to be too wide into turn 1. And as I predicted, Alfonso Alonso into P4. Adam Spalding in P5. And Skiz gets past Side Effects as well. As Alfonso Alonso gets down the inside of Adam Spalding, so does Millard as well. Is Millard going to try and make a move on Alfonso Alonso as well? No, he doesn't. And look at Jojo. Jojo is actually caught up to this fight in front. And Jojo already trying to see if he can make a move on Adam Spaulding. Going down the inside into turn 4. And he gets the move. And I thought Hayes as well was going to try and make a move. And he is going to be side by side with the Aston Martin. But then just has to settle behind. But 5.2 seconds now. The gap between Side Effects and Skiz and Master Links as well has dropped out of DRS. As Hayes gets past Adam Spaulding. Oh wait, no, Jojo actually heads into the pits. Going on to the soft tyre, so he's doing a medium soft. That is a very interesting strategy for the Red Bull, so we'll see how that pans out towards the end of the race, as Alfonso Alonso might be looking to make a move on Miller going down the inside into turn 4. Yes, he does. So Miller is going to try and switch back that move, but just isn't able to get the exit speed required to make that. Cintium, MATTIAMANGA and Ronan still holding position. Let's see if Millard can get past Alfonso Alonso. Down the inside he goes, going into turn 1 and even gets it before the braking point. Millard now 11 seconds behind, but Alfonso Alonso there goes down the inside of the McLaren, gets the move done going into turn 1. Side Effects as well gets the move on Skiz. Cintium staying behind, but let's see what can happen on this main straight, as I think Millard and probably Hayes will get past Alfonso Alonso. So yeah, Millard there to the inside. And Hayes actually elects to stay behind of all two of them. Jojo might try and make a move going into one of these few corners. Doesn't elect to go down the inside of turn 8 though. As we still do have 3 laps to go. Oh, and Jojo goes for a massive send there into turn 10. And I'll tell you what, that was a beautiful move from the Red Bull. Nicely done into P10. Millard really close to Alfonso Alonso, and these two are fighting as the top 3 have gone on to the penultimate lap of the race. Oh, as Adam Spaulding, I think, taps the back of Hayes there. Gets a bit of rear brake locking, and that has lost some time there. But down the DRS straight we go. Is Miller going to be able to get into P4? Yes, he does, but Hayes as well goes down the inside of both of them. Can he now get into P4? Is he latest on the brakes? Yes, he is, and he does indeed get into P4. So Miller didn't really lose or gain anything on that specific attack there. But look at Alfonso Alonso. Down the inside he goes, and the two Mercedes now. Can they try and work together and keep Millard behind? Casper comes into the pit, so he is going to try and steal the fastest lap off Jojo at the moment. So we'll keep an eye on him, and so is Master Links as well, as Millard tries to go down the inside of one of the Mercedes. Can he get both of them? But there's a bit of contact. Oh, even more contact with Alfonso Alonso. But Alfonso Alonso just able to stay in front. And I'll tell you what, Adam Spaulding as well has been able to stay. Now, as we go on to the final lap, Cintium now moves to the inside. Ronan is going to try and get past both of them, but he can't, as Cintium and MATTIAMANGA going side by side on the final lap. Cintium round the outside of turn 2, and now can he get it going into turn 4? Cintium is going to burn absolutely everything, so is Ronan, but I don't think Cintium can do anything. MATTIAMANGA still able to maintain the lead of the race. Alfonso Alonso and Miller both get past Hayes. And now going into turn 6 and 7. Cintium really trying to make this move. Is he going to drive down the inside of turn 8? Yes, he is. But MATTIAMANGA just able to stay in front. Next overtaking opportunity, usually down into turn 11. But we've seen some drivers try and make a daring move into turn 10. But no one in the top 3 tries that on this occasion. And now can anything be done going into turn 11? Cintium is trying to burn, but I think he's actually switched it off, ready to try and make the move going into turn 14 and 15, as that is really the final overtaking opportunity on this track. I mean, you can try into turn 13, but it usually isn't the wisest choice. Let's have a look at ERS levels. MATTIAMANGA is on 40, Ronan on 30, Cintium burning, and he's already down on 8%. Can he try anything on the Red Bull? I don't think he is. Is Ronan going to try anything? No, he isn't. So MATTIAMANGA is going to come across the final line, and he is going to be victorious here at Bahrain. MATTIAMANGA crosses the line to win the Bahrain Grand Prix. Cintium tried his best, but it's only good enough for P2 and Ronan. Fantastic result for Ferrari to stay in, or to basically get a podium in P3. Alfonso Alonso as well, despite the battling with Millard and his own teammates, he will come home to take P4. Miller takes P5 with Hayes in P6. Adam Spaulding will take P7 for the Aston Martin team. Side effects P8, and Skiz slides across the line to take P9. Pretty frustrating race for him. Jojo takes P10, but I'm pretty sure there'll be a post-race penalty coming his way. And now can Master Lynx or Casper get the fastest lap of this race? It's going to be a long time to wait as we see Casper cross the line, but Master Lynx, will he get the fastest lap as he crosses the line? Yes, he does. 29.4. That is the lap time that Casper needs to try and beat, and he is 2/10 currently down on his delta, and he has fixed his wing as well. Let's switch to fastest lap. What is his current time? It's a 30.7. Is he on course to beat that? I'm not too sure. He needs to improve by basically a second. And at the moment, I don't think he's going to be able to get it. But around in the final corner, can Casper grab the fastest lap on the very final lap? Yes, he does. Casper gains the additional fastest lap, but he's outside of the top 10. So no additional points for that fastest lap. But what a race that was to end out on Division 2.